All right, so today we're gonna go over some fruit that we have from the orchard. We've got 4 apples, 3 apples we grew. One of the apples is from a local orchard in central Kentucky. We also grew this pear down here at the end, and we just wanted to do, a flavor rating for our own notes. And if anybody else finds it interesting and wants to, get invested in apple and pear trees in the future, they'll at least know how they grow with no chemicals, little to no water. We mulch once a year, if that.
Yeah.
And you planted the orchard in 2007. Guys, this is my dad, by the way. He's
2017 is when it started.
Yeah, this is my dad. He's the one who planted the orchards. And so we're just going to go through it and see what we think. We cut these at 1025. It's now 1040. We cut these at 1025 to kind of tell what the browning scale of each of these were. You can already see that it's looking like Arkansas Black and
Got some browning, but it's not too bad.
Howard Pippin. We'll bring these up to the camera. This is Arkansas Black at 15 minutes. It's got a little bit of browning. It's not terrible.
There you go.
Thank you. We'll taste these all at once. Let me show everybody the browning real quick. This is the Madame Mesquite. It was harvested a little underripe, so we'll see how it does. But this Madame Mesquite at 15 minutes. Howard Pippin, probably the worst, but it also had the most damage to begin with. At 15 minutes. And as you can see, here's the Gold Rush. Probably has done the best out of everybody. That still looks like an apple slice. I'm sure you could do some good stuff with this on terms of apple slices and preserving and them not getting too brown. We didn't cut into the pear yet because we don't really care if it's going to be brown or not. So we're going to eat the Arkansas Black, and we're going to go through these notes and we'll rate it each individually. It's really sweet. It doesn't have a lot of acidity.
On the back end, you don't get any?
Yes, there's a little bit.
Yeah.
Like in the middle. It goes away quick.
Yeah, it does. And we were testing the browning or the storage ability of all these apples because
These are almost a month in at this point.
yeah,
We harvested them, you said the 22nd of last month? And today is the 18th?
yeah.
This is November the 18th, and we harvested October the 22nd. Okay? And here's an update at about the 17 or 18 minute mark on the Arkansas Black, starting to brown pretty good there on that one side. All right, Dad, what do you think about how you're going to rate them?
The browning,
I'm going to give it like a 2.5, 3.
we're gonna rate everything from 1 to 5.
1 to 5, we'll
Or
rate
0
it.
to 5.
Yeah, we'll rate everything 0 to 5, and then here are the categories. It says we're going to rate it on the browning, how much it browns, the drying, how well it dried in terms of like a dehydrating apple. That's something I'm really interested in, is how well apples do or don't dehydrate. We had an experience this year, Dad, with
Some summer apples.
we took what apple was it though? Do you remember?
No, it's a different kind of them, so I don't know.
Is it Honeycrisp? Did we try and dehydrate Honeycrisp?
I don't remember. I don't think it was.
It was something like that. A Cosmic Crisp or one of the crisps, I thought. I don't know. But we tried to dehydrate one set of apples, and it took over 36 hours. And then we dehydrated another set of apples, and it took under 12. So I'm really interested in...
No, it took 24.
Did it take 24? Okay. I thought it took 12. Okay. So it wasn't ready when we woke up. It was ready that night.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Either way, that still saves you 12 hours of energy consumption if you're running a dehydrator, or who knows how much time that is drying with the sun. You know what I'm saying? I would imagine it's a little bit more or less. But So we want to go over the browning, the drying, the storage. Like we said, each one of these are at a month. We would like at least a month of storage ability out of the apples, preferably more, wouldn't you say? Gold Rush is the king of storage ability. It'll shrivel up and look like a raisin, but it'll be quite tasty next spring. What, March? February? April?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we've got the acidity. We'll rate the acidity individually, sweetness individually. Any like aromatic notes that we notice. The overall rating. I know you probably can't read this, but the overall rating, each individually, and then, oh, there goes my apple. And then any other notes that we want to add. So, in terms of browning, what are you rating it?
I'd give it a 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5. Okay. And then I'm gonna go 2 out of 5 as well. I was thinking 2.5, but I'll go 2 out of 5. All right, and then drying. We dried the Arkansas Black. Didn't it do pretty good? Like
I was real pleased.
Like as good as the Gold Rush in terms of drying.
Yeah.
So we'll go
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 on the
unless
drying.
something's better. I don't know.
As of right now, that's one of the better. As of right now, that's one of our better drying apples. Storage. How would you say it did on storage at 1 month mark?
It's a month old and it's already gone away. So I would say a 3.5 to 4 or something like that.
I'm gonna go to 3.
I'd say 3.5.
You're going 3.5. I'm gonna go 3. Okay, 3.5 out of 5. Acidity. What are you thinking? I think I want another bite, just to remind myself of those, at least the acidity, the sweetness, and the aroma. All I can smell is Sharpie right now.
I don't smell it.
Yep. All I can smell is Sharpie. It's got a little bit of the red apple flavor, I feel like, that Skill Cult talks about.
Yeah, it does. I agree.
So I'm going to write that on my, at least on the aroma. Red apple flavor. But it's not like, it doesn't have the texture. Let's talk about the texture a little bit. It doesn't have the texture of, say, a Gold Rush, or not a Gold Rush, a Red Delicious. When I was in high school, I didn't think I liked apples for a long time because Red Delicious was all that was available at like high schools and stuff. So it wasn't until he started growing apples that I really started getting interested into them and liking them. But it definitely has a flavor that's the red apple that you get from like the Red Delicious.
But it's pleasant.
It's it's pleasant. It's a crispy, crunchy, like, I still think this is good. Like, it's a month old.
Good,
it's
but
going
it's
downhill. It's getting softer, but it's nothing like the Red Delicious texture.
Yeah.
That one is like sawdust wrapped in cardboard.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross. So,
aroma don't have much.
Other than that red apple flavor, it's I'm gonna go on the sweetness a 3, because I've definitely had some that'll knock your socks off with sweetness.
3 for me.
3 for you on the sweetness. All right, and then what do you think about acidity? I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna go 2. Right now, at the 1 month mark. We'll note that it's the 1 month mark on the top of the paper. Keep the
date there.
That way we've got
There's a date
the
there.
okay. Yeah, it's 11/18. Yeah, so it's about the 1 month mark. We're gonna keep that in mind.
I would give it a 2 on the.
That's what I was thinking too. A 2 out of 5 on acidity. You don't want to put anything for the aroma?
It's red apple. So
Red
it's
apple.
same.
You're just gonna say same. Okay. Well, how would you rate it?
3.5.
3.5 at the 1 month mark. All right. I'm gonna say it's a 3. 3 for me.
So
And
that's 6.5.
out of 10. Yeah, 6.5 out of 10. So, and then
put that down there and just like.
And then some overall notes. At this point, it's starting to break down on the texture. It's going downhill. When we first initially had it, it was super crunchy, crisp, hard. Now it's not as much, but it's still perfectly edible. Still a great
hard.
apple. Way better than a Red Delicious ever thought of being.
Yeah.
At least the ones that are currently called Red Delicious at like the high schools in my area.
Still a good apple.
Yeah, it's a great
6.5
apple.
out of 10 is not bad.
6.5 out of 10 ain't bad. So, yeah, we'll move on to the Matamesquite. Next, we've got a Matamesquite apple. It is
It
a
looks like a good seed.
smaller type apple. Okay. In terms of browning, we're here at the 21-minute mark. Which, I mean, what can you expect at 21 minutes? But it's not like ideal for, say, apple slices or something, you would think. Well, take a flavor taste. You can definitely tell it wasn't ripe.
Yeah. This is kind of breaking. It's not real hard. But it's good. It ain't terrible.
No, it's got a decent flavor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's
We don't know about the browning.
I'm gonna say 1 or 2 on the browning.
2 on the browning.
And
2.5. That's all right. We don't know about the drying.
yeah, we didn't ever try and dry them because we only got the 2, and one's still on the tree. So we're gonna put that there. 1 month, 11, 18. All right, what do you think about storage? How did it store?
We don't really know.
Yeah,
We
we haven't.
taste
This
it.
what we've only had 2 apples ever off of this tree so
Yeah.
far.
No,
So we're not really sure on the storage ability, but this is the 1 month mark, and I mean, if that was all that was available, I'd still eat that
yeah,
apple.
I'd eat the apple.
Yeah, if say the grocery stores didn't have apples tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'd eat that apple right now if it was a 1 month mark. So, storage we don't really know, but would eat. Oh no, would eat. I'm gonna write that there.
Acidity. It's kind of low.
I feel like that apple's lingering in my mouth a little bit longer than
Yeah,
say
I
the
know.
Arkansas Black is, though.
It's got a good taste.
Yeah, it's got a good. Got a little bit of the core there. Not super juicy, kind of dry, so I think it would dry well, but being as small of an apple as it is, you know, let's hold these up in reference for everybody.
Yeah, and this right here is a small apple.
This is a small specimen of the Gold Rush, and who knows what Matamesquite's going to turn into. This is only the 2nd year it's produced, only the 2nd fruit we've had off the tree. So
It's good.
it is good. I don't know how great it is in terms of everything, but
I'd say the sweetness is
I'd say it's got more sweetness. It's got acidity. It's almost all sweet to me.
3.5.
On the sweetness,
Yeah. Acidity would be 1.
1. Yeah, I concur with both of those actually. So we both had the acidity at 1 and the sweetness at 3.5.
I don't get no aroma. I can't smell anything.
I just get, apple juice. It's kind of what,
Right.
it's kind of like an apple juice. The way apple juice tastes is kind of how this smells. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I've had my back to the camera a bunch. And then rating. How would you rate it?
I thought I wouldn't rate it as high as Arkansas Black, but now how much it lingers in my mouth, it's as good as Arkansas Black right now.
Right.
So
I don't know. I'm gonna say it didn't knock my socks off. I'm gonna go with probably a 2 for me.
I'll say 3.5.
3.5 for you, so 5.5 total. So 2 out of 5 for Travis, 3.5 for Dad, 5.5 total out of 10 Yep, there we go. Next, we will move on to the Howard Pippin. This is at the 1 month mark. 11-18. I think it browned probably the worst out of all of them. So I'm going to go 1 on the browning. 1 out of 5.
I'm gonna say 1.5. I've seen worse apples than that, but 1.5.
This one's not superly juicy either. It's kind of a dry apple. I bet it would dehydrate well. It did dehydrate well, if I remember.
Oh wow, I like that one.
Oh yeah, that one's got a little bit more bite to it than all the rest of them have.
Yes, it has. That's a good apple.
Yeah, that one's got.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm.
Yeah, I like that. I would prefer a little bit more sweetness and more acidity though.
I like it.
It's good, but it's not my ideal apple. Anything to wash it down. So you said, what are you saying on the browning?
1.
1 out of 5 on the browning. We did dehydrating, and it did just as well as Arkansas Black, if not better.
Wait.
What's up?
What do we put on the other ones? Because this is the worst.
Yeah, that's what I said. We put 2 on the other one.
Oh,
Mountain Mesquite 2, Arkansas Black 2.
2.5.
What? What's 2.5?
It's worse. It's
That's why this one got 1. Everybody else got a 2. This one got a 1.
2.5.
No, I'm putting it at a 1. You can put it at a 1.5. 1.5 for Dad. Okay. And then the drying, it did just as well, if not better, than Arkansas Black.
It's 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Storage ability. How would you say it's stored?
It's storing good.
Has it broke down any from when we tried it earlier?
A little bit, but it's still top notch.
Okay. How would you rate it? I'm saying 3.5.
4.
4. Okay. 4 out of 5.
At least for right now.
And then I said what, 3.5?
Uh-huh.
All right. And then the acidity. What would you rate it? I think I'm going 3 on both for me.
I'd say 2.5.
2.5 on acidity?
It wasn't very acidic. But there was some there.
I'm going 3 on the acidity. What do you say on the sweetness? I'm going 3 again.
Yeah.
Not to say it's a bad apple by any means. It's good, but it's just middle of the road right now in terms of. I mean, we could have better specimens too because it is only its 2nd or 3rd year producing, and according to what Skill Cult says, the first year and everything I've read, first year or 2 in production, it's not an ideal
That was produced
characterization
That
of.
one's produced more than others.
Has it?
Yeah.
As much as like Liberty and Enterprise though?
Almost.
Really? Okay. Any aroma notes?
Apple juice.
It's real tart though. Apple juice. It's not like what you get at the grocery store. It's more like what you get from a apple juice or like an apple orchard apple juice. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The grocery store, it's like they add sugar to it. No, from the orchard, it's like actual apple juice. But it's like it's fleshy. Like it seems like you're chewing for a while.
Yeah.
Like Honeycrisp breaks down, goes away, has some cells to it, but this one's like, it's got body.
Real tight grained flesh.
Yeah. Orchard apple juice versus grocery store. All right, what would you give it? Overall rating?
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 overall rating. Okay. Man, I don't know that I like it that much to give it a 4. I'm gonna go with a 3.5. 3.5 out of 5.
7.5, man.
7.5. That's a good apple in terms of what we're looking for.
Yep.
Any other notes that you want to add? Worst browning out of all of them.
Yep. So far.
All right. Now we're going to move on to the Gold Rush. All right. In terms of browning, it's the best out of everything.
Or 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. I don't know if there's something better, but this is pretty good.
Opal was pretty good that year we had it.
Yeah.
That Opal was pretty impressive. I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to say 4 out of 5 because that Opal year, it really beat it. So you say 5 out of 5?
4.5.
1.5?
Drying, 5 out of 5.
Uh-huh.
Storage, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, this is definitely this out of all the apples that you're looking to store for any type of length of time, Gold Rush is the standard. If you can find an apple that's better at storage than Gold Rush,
Get it.
yeah, yeah, but put it in the orchard for sure. If that's what you're looking for, right? But that's definitely something that we like on our homestead, our wildlife orchard is storage ability for us, but also long term sitting on the ground in case a deer comes through, any type of wildlife comes through. They're not just the only thing they have is rotten apples. They can get something that's semi fresh if it's available. What would you say on the acidity? It's pretty sprightly.
I'd say right now it's a 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5.
You're saying 4.5?
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna give it a 4. Definitely a 4. Yeah, that's. You know, it's not like Granny Smith type pucker your lips, but it's got a nice little bright type of note to it, doesn't it? Yeah, it's all kinds of. Yeah, that's a good apple for the wintertime when you ain't got anything fresh going on, and
It'll get sweeter.
especially around. Yeah, but around here, you know, there's not a whole lot of acidic things you can eat in the wintertime. Well, grow, have available in the wintertime.
When the skin gets peeling on it, it'll be rubbery,
and it gets
but
sweeter.
It won't be hard, and then you can cut them. It gets sweeter. Yeah, it gets sweeter.
Yeah. What do you think that is? Is the sugars just start saturating or something? They start going from carbs, starches to
washes away.
Acid. Okay. And then the sweetness. How would you say it is in terms of sweet?
It's not real sweet.
It's not real sweet, but it's got that yellow, delicious yellow apple type of.
3.5.
Yeah. That's where I'm at too. 3.5.
Now this has the most aroma of any apple that we've tried.
Yeah.
I mean, when I bite it, when I add it to my nose, I smell it.
Yeah, it's the only apple I can really smell.
It's just like, so I'm gonna say 4 out of 5.
Lately on the, so far on the aroma, we've just been kind of taking notes on, not necessarily giving it a grade, but we've been taking notes on what, it's definitely the one you can smell the most.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're right. And it's, what do you think? Kind of like the way that a yellow delicious tastes, how it smells. That's awesome.
I have to rate that apple pretty high.
Yep. What are you saying?
I'm gonna say 4.5 after a month of storage.
Saying what?
4.5 after a month of storage.
Yeah. Yeah. So like what? Puts us at 9? Wow. That's That's pretty much the standard, like I was saying, in terms of the apple. That's characteristically one of my favorite apples throughout the year. Enterprise beat it this year for me, but that's generally one of my favorite apples is the Gold Rush. Especially it's so late in the season. You can eat them all the way into February, March, April.
Yeah.
And last year, that was our apple of choice. And I didn't like the grocery store apples that were around at that time, but that was pretty good. You got any other notes that you want to put in there?
No, not this time.
Okay.
Put
And
the
then,
date at the top.
okay, yeah, date. And then 1 month. And now we're on to the Jim Pyle pear. A little gritty, but not bad. I didn't get a stone cell at all. Sometimes when you eat pears, you'll get these spots in it that's like a rock. And it's not very appetizing. It hurts your teeth if you chomp on it.
But this is a fairly crisp pear.
Yeah, it's crisp for sure. And it's got like a spicy, it's not cinnamon, it's not clove. Some kind of like a,
I don't know.
it's lemony and sprightly and exciting on the front end. The longer you chew it, the more you get the,
Maybe.
I don't know, the longer it, like now that it's gone out of my mouth, I'm tasting something spicy, some kind of dessert spice, like nutmeg, clove, cinnamon. It's not ginger, but it's something like that.
It's nice.
Yeah, I like it. I wouldn't say that I like it as much as I liked the Sunrise and all those other pears we had during the year. I like more of the canned pear texture. Real soft pear. That's what I like in a
Pear.
the ones, well, I say that, but I really liked Korean Giant last year. So but
It's just a different kind of pear.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good pear. I would eat it. I'd eat it for sure. I'd eat more of them, but I don't know that if I had Sunrise or something like that available, I'd pick that over Sunrise.
I don't know what it is, but the flavor notes are good on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna put in the notes, something spicy. And what? This is probably ideal time. I ate one about 2 weeks in, and I didn't like it as much. I didn't think it was, but now I'm liking it a lot more.
Better now.
So yeah, so I say this is at least a month before you should eat it. You know, sit in storage for a month. So we'll put that down, that it's a 1 month. 1 month before eating. I didn't get any stone cells. Have you gotten any?
No.
So no. Not present. And then how would you rate it on the gritty?
Four. Something like that. It's not gritty. But it's not totally smooth either. I don't think it's very gritty at all. What, 4? 4.5? 4? 4.
How would you rate it?
I'm gonna say it's pretty high. A 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5?
Because the more I eat it, the more sprightly and
It's like interesting. It definitely has something in there that I'm not used to in pears.
I don't know. It's good.
I don't know that I'm gonna give it a 4 though. I think I'm 3 to 3.5. It's definitely got more of a texture like an apple.
Yeah. It's crunchy. Boy, it's good.
So yeah, I'm gonna say 3 out of 5. Texture like apple. So we give that one a 7 out of 5.
7 out of 10.
10, I mean.
That's pretty good. That's what I think this is. 7.
All right, so that is our flavor tasting of the apples and the pears. Hope you guys found something interesting here, something to take away, something that excites you about one of these apples. Some of them are heirlooms, some of them are not. I think the Jim Pyle pear is more of a heritage type. I've never heard really many people talk about Jim Pyle pear.
See if somebody found it and they put it in the rotation.
Yeah. Somebody just found it and they put it in the rotation. I think that was a good choice, don't you?
Yeah.
It was a worthy choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of these like Howard Pippin and Madam Mesquite, there's not a whole lot of information that I found video wise on the internet. So I hope you all found that interesting, and if you want to see more, leave a comment down below of, hey, I want to see more of these videos. Subscribe if you're not already, and I appreciate it. I'll see you all next time.